Hi everyone, this is Lakshman. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In the today's video, I'm going to share you Selenium automation testing entry questions and answers. So these entry questions are helpful for who are having 1 to 3 years of experience candidates. Okay, the first question is how to launch the browser using Selenium WebDriver. So as we all know, to launch any web browser like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer, we have to write the statement like this. For Mozilla Firefox, we have to write the statement like this. WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver. Okay. And Google Chrome browser, we have to write the statement like this. WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. The same way, Internet Explorer driver also. Okay. So to launch the browser, we have to write the statement like this in Selenium WebDriver. The next question is why we should use Selenium WebDriver over other tools. That means there are already so many automation testing tools are there in the IT market. Then why you choose Selenium WebDriver only? Okay, so we have to say answers like this. So Selenium WebDriver is a free and open source tool, and it also has support. Big community support is there. Okay, and it supports different programming language like Java, JavaScript, Python. Okay, Perl, any different programming language supports, and it also supports multiple platforms like Windows operating system. Okay, Linux. Okay, it supports multiple platforms, and also it supports different browser support also there like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. Okay, Internet Explorer, Safari. So there are different browser support also there. That is the reason we are choosing the Selenium WebDriver is one of the best automation testing tool. Okay. So next one is what do you know about XPath? So XPath is nothing but a locator in Selenium. So it is used to locate the web element based on its XML path. So what is the difference between single slash and double slash in XPath? The single slash is used to create the XPath with the absolute path, whereas double slash is used for creating XPath with the relative path. Then what is absolute path and relative path? Absolute path starts with the root node to identify the web element. Okay, whereas a relative XPath is one where the path starts from the node of your choice. Next one is how to click on hyperlink using its text. You can identify specified element using link test method and then clicks on that element. For example, driver dot find element by dot link test, and we are passing LinkedIn and dot click. By using click method, we are click on the hyperlink using its text. Okay. The next question is when should we use find element and find element? If you want to identify only first element in the web page, then we should go for find element. That means it is used to uniquely identify a web element within a web page. Then where we use find elements? This command is used to identify list of web elements in the web page. That means it identifies all matching elements and stored in the list of web elements. Next question is how can we handle web-based alerts or pop-ups using Selenium? We can handle web-based pop-ups or alerts by switching alert window and calling alert API methods like dismiss, accept, get text. We are using dismiss method to click on the cancel button, and we are using accept method to click on OK button, and get text method we are using get text method to get the text which are present in the alert. Okay. The next question is what will happen if we pass null as an argument in sendKeys method? I hope you understand the question. What will happen if you pass null as an argument in sendKeys like this? So if you are passing null in the sendKeys, then what will happen? So sendKeys method was expecting the argument type of character sequence, but we pass in null. so which is invalid, then it will throw the illegal argument exception. So if we pass null, then it will throw illegal argument exception. But send keys may be expecting like a string character sequence only. Okay. Suppose if you pass a null string in send keys, then what will happen? So here is the code. See here, web driver web element equal to driver dot find element, and we are declaring a string as null, and we are passing that reference as argument. Here see send keys and yes this reference. So in this case, send keys method will not able to identify null before it is processed for typing. So that is the reason in this case WebDriver exception is wrong. Okay. Then what is a stale element exception? Stale element exception is a exception which is thrown when the element that is invoked is no longer attached to the DOM. DOM is document object mode. Okay. For example, if the element is found in the web page is referenced as a web element in the WebDriver. Now, if the DOM changes, then web element is no longer available. Hence, web element goes stale. Then, if you try to interact with this stale element, then stale element exception is thrown. Okay. The next question is difference between assert and verify command. Assert command helps in checking if the element is on the page or not. The test will fail in case of missing the required element and will get terminated. Whereas verify command helps in checking the element is on the page or not, but will not terminate, but will continue ahead and executing all the commands. I hope you understand. The next question is, how do you debug failed test cases? So by using logs and screenshots, we can debug the test cases. Next question is, how do you schedule to run automation 3 browsers using Jenkins? We can schedule Jenkins jobs for different browsers like Monday on Chrome browser, Tuesday Firefox browser, Wednesday Safari browser. So like this, we can schedule the multiple browsers in the Jenkins. So by running alternative days, we can cover multiple browsers. Okay. Next question is, how can you find if an element is displayed on the screen? So there are different methods which help user to check the visibility of the web elements like is displayed, is enabled, is select. So these web elements can be buttons, drop boxes, check boxes, radio buttons, labels, etc. The next question is, how to handle colors in Selenium WebDriver? So to handle colors, it could be to handle colors in the Selenium WebDriver, we are using get CSS value. We are passing argument 0 function to get the colors by sending color string as an argument. Okay. Next question is, what type of exceptions you face in Selenium? So there are different types of exceptions are there, like no such element exception, no such window exception, timeout exception, WebDriver exception, no alert present exception. Okay. The next question is, how to upload a file in Selenium? File uploading action could be performed by using element.sendKeys, and we are passing the path of the file. We have to pass the URL here where the file exists. That file, that URL, the path should be passed here on the web element of input tag. And the type file is, see here, name equal to file upload, type is a file. Okay. Next question is, what is the testng.xml file? Testng.xml file is used to configure the whole test suite. Here we can create test suites, test groups, mark test for parallel execution, and listeners and pass parameters to test scripts. So it can be used for further test suite triggering. Next question is, what are the advantages of using GitHub for Selenium? So in general, in a project, there are multiple people are working in a team on the same project. So everyone doing their own task. and everyone doing updating in their code. It can update its details and inform other team members simultaneously by using GitHub. So you can build the project from the remote repository regularly by using Jenkins. So this helps you to keep track of failed builds. The next question is, what are the technical challenges with Selenium? There are many challenges with Selenium, like Selenium supports only web-based applications. So it doesn't support any non-web-based applications like Java Update, Java Spring, .NET Client Server, etc. So when you compare Selenium with Qtp, Silk Test, Test Partner, and RFT, there are many challenges in terms of maintainability of the test cases. And also there is no object repository concept in Selenium. So maintainability of the objects is very high. There is no reporting tool also in the Selenium. So you need to be dependent on the third-party tool. And you need to learn any one of the native languages like .NET, Java, Perl, Python, PHP, anyone, okay, to work efficiently with the scripting code of Selenium. The next question is, can you write the code to right-click using Selenium? Yes, this is the code to right-click by using Selenium. So web element equal to driver.find element, okay, and you have to use actions class, actions, right-click equal to new action, and you are passing driver, and a right-click dot context click, and we are passing login button. So context click is a method to right-click on the web element, okay. So these are the very important Selenium entry questions for freshers as well as experienced candidates. So if you like this video, please share to your friends also, and also hit the like button. So thank you very much.